Hey, the average Joe here. Hey, today we're going to talk a little bit about some workflows and how some projects are sent out of offices. And we have a design build contractor, Martin Schultz, back in with Premier Mechanical. He's the owner of that back in the Chicago area. That is a long time using the software and has really had some good input on what he sees and what I've actually seen come out of consultants' offices. It's kind of amazing that they would do things like that. But one thing we have seen, the both of us, is an engineer might send out of his office a project and he'll show a detail of a chiller, of a heat exchanger, boilers, pumps, whatever, and he never connects the system together. And in those details that go out of his office, there might be redundancy in valves. And here I just noted 4 strainers that are all in each detail. Whereas if you come in and you take the time to hook all those together in a system schematic and come down here and look at all those right here hooked together, then when I come in and click on that boiler, go in to look at my head loss summary, major, minor things, you'll see that there's 3 dirty strainers. And if you want to click on the pump itself and do our little show associated equipment, you'll see that there they are in the system. Okay, so obviously they're all not needed. If they were bid that way, then the project was bid higher than it should have been. And what Martin likes to do on projects, whether it's bid kind of design build or plan and spec, the first thing he does when he's looking at a project, while it's being bid or after it's being bid for sure, is he goes through and he models the system, and he sees things like this, and then he'll ask questions and say, hey, all those aren't needed, right? Or down the road, he just gets an RFI and takes some out, and the project, because you don't want to put those in, right? They're 61 feet, 3 dirty strainers. Well, let's take a couple of them out, right? Let's take this one out right here, that one right there, and you'll see the head's going to go down, by 4 feet. Okay. So that's one beauty about modeling the project. You can work out issues in that as a design build contractor with the engineer, find things that aren't piped right or correctly, and get them corrected before you're piping it up in the field. Now, the other workflow that's very acceptable, and I do, and it's seen done, is just show all the components without the little miscellaneous valves and all the control features and components. Well, in that case, you look at the head on that pump is 34.8 feet. Let's go look at the other one that has all the components in that was serving that were 45 feet. So in other words, when that goes through it and does a little traverse of the system, it's picking up miscellaneous valves, control valves, strainers, balancing valves. So in that case, if you want to do your diagram like this to size the pipe and to make sure it works, you can just come in any component, say, well, I've got a balancing valve in here of a couple feet. I've got a control valve of 5 feet. I have some miscellaneous valves at 2 feet. Now let's see what that pump happens to say. We just did that on one component. There would be some other components down here. We'll go down and look, and now we're 47 feet, right? Okay, well, now we're a little bit above over there. Okay, so that's the other way you can address. And now I would, in that project, I would just refer the contractor to look at the detail sheet on how that coil, and here there's 2 coils, so maybe that's how you want them piped up, and there's really 2 coils down there. So you can show things in details, very detail-y, and not show them in your schematic, kind of the one line schematic diagram, right? Or you can put everything together and then let the software do all the calculations and see everything. It does slow down a little bit on calculations because it's going through and traversing everything and looking at it all as it goes through. So anyway, just a few nice things. Like you say, if you are a design build contractor out there using the software, it's a no-brainer to just get a project, go through, answer questions in our wizards, build the systems, go right to fabrication, right? There's no 3D model that needs to be built to coordinate with the architect and all the other consultants, because you're going to go right to fabrication to do all that. But for you design build contractors, that's a tremendous workflow to actually model the system that you're bidding so you can get your hands around everything, not only schedules, all the different miscellaneous components, but all the electrical information, equipment, sizes, and then better understand everything that's going on with the project. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. I will be over as well as Martin in Chicago to the Stratus kind of design build conference the second week in August, and that's open to anybody that wants to attend that. And it's mostly design build guys that are really learning how to use all the tools that are out there now in the industry to better your work and make it more complete on projects. So hope this has been helpful. Hey, reach out to me if you have any questions, need any help on your projects or designs. That's what we're here for. Talk to you later. Thanks.